So welcome to Singapore Pokken Weekly 76, a long-running online netplay series hosted by Pokken SG. We're going to be hopping into this double elimination tournament with some winners bracket action. Starting off with this game, PixelJapan versus Brian Sempai. Now, it's been quite some time since we've covered some early winners bracket action, but here we are, ready to go. Now, it's always exciting to see Brian Sempai's Charizard in action. It's his main character, but he doesn't pull it up very often in now online, surprisingly. And PixelJapan bringing out the Shadow Mewtwo. This is a character that he does play, but probably may not be one that you see quite as often as his other characters, Gardevoir and Aegislash. Anyway, so far, he's been making some good headway. Getting in a grab. Is he gonna go for the recover? Nope, he's going in for Oki. And the Fire Punch, unfortunately, outlasted his counter. Pixel opting to burst to get some of his Grey Life back, and pressure in with all of Shadow Mewtwo's burst mode's powerful tools, but it's gonna run up very quickly. He pops the burst attack for some extra chip damage, but he does it right in Zart's face, and that's gonna get him damaged. Because that burst attack is not safe from ground. Post the Umbreon, Brian just holding onto it, and the final counter from PixelJapan, going to close that round out. Going into round 2, little Miracle Y cost, but unfortunately the neutral Y projectile was already erased by the Fireball, and Brian going for Flamethrower, the reverse one. Oh, well, the presence of mind from PixelJapan is to stand there and counter, waiting for the follow-up of the Glide stance. Getting a big chunk of damage with the, with the Tornado. Interesting empty Miracle Y call though. Alright, Umbreon's coming out, Brian blocks it, and Fire Punches through him. Unfortunately for Pixel, Shadow Mewtwo's health isn't the highest, which means Brian just needs to win a couple of interactions, and he's got the tools to do it with. Like that, for instance. Going right over the Earthquake, tagging him out of the air. That's gotta hurt. Alright. PixelJapan putting a couple projectiles out, wins the first phase, pressuring into the corner, calls Umbreon, catches Brian on his jump out, but he can't really combo after that. Nice attempt though, counter pierces. Earthquake, badly spaced again, getting caught by the dive kick, going under. It's causing more thunder, but unfortunately, gets whiff punish for it. The slide going under. Brian calling out the grab, and Pixel has to burst here. He doesn't have a whole lot of life to work with. He's sitting on a lot of Grey Life right now. He would be wanting to get back out of his face, but he runs right into that burst attack, and that's gonna be a wrap for game 1. That's gonna be the end of that, unfortunately. So Brian taking the first game over PixelJapan. Let's see if we can bring it back in the next round. So no character changes on either side. Alright then. No changes in the assists either. Pixel running his usual Shadow Mewtwo projectile game, and with the homing, takes first blood. Brian going for a little fancy combo ends for the Seismic Toss. This won't do a lot of damage because that starter prorates the grab quite a bit, but he misses another Earthquake, and that's gonna hurt. He's in the corner now, and he's losing on all these interactions. He lost on 3 Oki situations in a row. Unfortunate. He is sitting on a full stick of butter now. Let's see if he'll use it. Going into round 2, he's going in for the dive kick. That's interesting. Alright, he counters true. He backs off. Going in for the pillars and the grab mix-up after. Alright, what Oki will be? Just come back for a homing. Goes for the dive kick. And tries to counter in true again and gets another homing. This is going pretty well for PixelJapan so far. Puts out a little bit of thunder action. He's blocking the JY from Zard. Chucks him into the pillar. This is gonna be big damage, but he drops the combo by crossing over. And that counter attack's gonna get whiff punish. Brian Zard is enraged now, so that's gonna deal with a big chunk of damage. Pixel opting to call Umbreon, not calling burst yet. He's sitting on a ton of great life, and that's gonna be the end of it, unfortunately. Dying with burst. Guess that was just one too many risks that he should have taken.